Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot. I want to wish you and your family Merry Christmas. Um, we just wanted to make a quick video. I debated whether to make this video or not, but a friend of mine told me that we should because we want to talk about consistent carry. It means carrying your gun every day. And I want to tell you about an event that personally happened to me and my family and how important it is to carry every day. Because I think so many citizens and so many people in this day realize the need for maybe concealed carry permit, concealed carry weapon, and they go and they'll get their permit and they'll begin to carry some of the time, or part of the time, or most of the time. Or even if they're pretty good about a consistent carry, they'll think, well, I'm just running to the grocery store, or I'm just going to run here, run there, and they don't always carry it with them. And there was a gentleman that actually installed the alarm system here in our house. He was talking about alarm systems, and I think it was a real high number, like 80% of people that called him and wanted him to put in alarm systems was after they had been broken into or had problems. Well, in carry, we can't wait till after the fact and then try to, we need to be prepared at all times. And sometimes I think that happens, that somebody will realize something's happened in their neighborhood or to one of their neighbors or family or friends, and they'll go out and purchase just the biggest gun they can find and think, well, I need this for in case something happens to me. And of course, I made the video about the caliber bait. You know what we feel about calibers. We do like to have at least a certain, size caliber. But a big gun that it's hard to carry. I'm afraid what happens is a lot of times people think, well, I'll get used to carrying it. Well, really, the truth of the matter is you don't really get used to carrying it. If it's not comfortable, what happens is you end up talking yourself out of carrying it. So you don't carry it every day. Or you think, I'm just running here, I won't carry it today, I'll be all right. But we never know, so I would rather have a smaller gun that's comfortable for you to carry, that you carry every day. It needs to be a part of you. But that happened to us, and here's the thing, sometimes people carry it only if they think they're going through a bad part of town or only in certain situations. But we, as I said in other videos, we don't get to pick the day, we don't get to pick the time, we never know what could possibly happen, so we need to be ready. And this happened to me and my family on vacation, of all places. We were going on vacation, and I left after work, and this was evening time. This was back in the summer. It was probably 7:30 in the evening when we come out of a restaurant. We come out of Cracker Barrel, and we will stop at this one Cracker Barrel on the way to vacation because there's a place I like to get coffee across the street. So we stop there and eat, and then I go get my coffee. Then we hit the interstate and go on to vacation. And it was broad daylight in a Cracker Barrel, a nice family environment. Me and my wife were coming out into Cracker Barrel in the parking lot, and our car was, facing like I'm facing you, is facing this way. So I came up on the driver's side as I normally would. I was driving, and I've got a little girl who's 6, so she's capable of getting herself in the car. So what I done is we got a 4-door car, so I come this way, open the door for her so she could get in. So as she was getting in and buckling herself in, I was going on up to get in my car door, and I opened the door to sit down. And then while I was sitting down, my wife was on the other side of the car with our 2-year-old son. Of course, he's not as independent. He has to have some help. So she was buckling him in. She was fooling with him. And I looked up and I saw 2 gentlemen coming toward me. And situation awareness is very important because I noticed their eyes looked like they was walking right toward me. And not being stereotypical, but just the facts are the facts. They looked rough. They kind of looked scraggly and kind of dirty. And I noticed they was walking right toward me, and I thought it was kind of odd then. Well, as they started coming closer, one of them spoke up and said he needed money, that his company vehicle just broke down. Well, immediately a red flag came up because we know that any company, if your company truck breaks down, they send a tow truck. You've got a company credit card to get your parts fixed. And he said he just needs some money to get some parts to get his truck fixed. Well, they split up, and the other gentleman went around this way to behind me where I couldn't see where he was going, and my wife and young son was over there, and he went in between cars and was back here. And this gentleman kept approaching me pretty fastly. There was 2 of them, and when the one got, I was trying to keep an eye on him and watch this guy and listen to what he was trying to say, trying to keep an eye on my wife and son because, like I said, she was trying to buckle him in. And this guy, with my door open, began to come in really close to me real fast. And this didn't happen in a 10-minute period. This happened very fastly, very unexpected. And he came right in my door, right in my space, and he was right on top of me wanting money. So here's the importance of being prepared. Now, had we not had a gun, I don't know what I would have done. I really don't. You don't have time to grab your cell phone and start dialing. It was broad daylight. Who would have thought that ever happened in Cracker Barrel? This is exactly what I did. I went like this and went like this. Now, I did not hold it out here like this where he could grab it. I simply turned it just like this and had it just like this. And he then saw my firearm, and his total attitude, his total countenance, everything about the conversation and situation immediately changed. Now, I want you to understand something. As concealed carry permit holders, we are law-abiding citizens. We are not vigilantes. We're not out to hurt anybody. We're not out to, prove a point or be macho. We are simply defending ourselves and our families, and that's exactly what I was doing. Now, did I want to shoot him? Absolutely not. I don't want to hurt anybody. But would I have done whatever it takes to defend my family? You better believe it. And the ball was in his court. So immediately then, he was very polite. He began to get well-mannered real quick. It changed the whole situation. He said, I'm sorry. And his buddy disappeared. And as he apologized, he took off. We went about on our vacation and went on our way. When I got back on the interstate, my wife said, boy, that changed quick. She didn't realize that I drew my weapon. I didn't do it out for everybody to see. I was just where he could see and I could see. And she said, well, I wonder why he got so polite so quick. I wonder why he started stammering and stuttering. Well, that was exactly why. And like I said, I didn't want to hurt anybody. And he was polite. The situation was over. Now, had he had pulled a knife, had he had lunged for my gun, had he had pulled a weapon, then it could have been a different scenario. I know people say, well, you shouldn't pull your weapon unless you're willing to use it. Well, we need to be willing to use it, but we shouldn't be trigger happy and want to use it. It should only be if we need to be. Now, since he got real polite and since he took off on his way, we went on our way. And as I said, going down the road, I really, after the situation happened so quick, it happened so fast, I told my wife, I said, at best case scenario, we could have been robbed on our vacation with 2 kids. Worst case scenario, we could have really been hurt or killed. Who knows what could have happened? Like I said, we had 2 kids with us, a little girl and a little boy, me and my wife, a family just going on vacation. But these things happen, and this would happen to me personally. And there's folks under that attitude that says, it won't happen to me, this won't happen. It can very easily happen to you. It can happen to me. That's why we need to make sure we carry every day. Have a constant carry. It should be a part of you, just like putting your shoes on, just like putting your socks on. It should be an everyday carry. Now, I understand you can't carry in jails. You can't carry in courthouses, municipal buildings. I understand that. But everywhere you can carry, you need to carry. And don't ever have the attitude, well, I won't need it. I'm just going to do this, because we never know what could happen. We never know when it might save our lives. And I don't know. Maybe we would have just got robbed. Maybe he would have just took money and been gone. But maybe it would have went worse. Who knows? So being prepared and having one with you. I've always said I'd rather have one and not need it as to need it and not have it. So don't think you'll get used to wearing a gun. Don't think, well, it's not comfortable, but make sure you get a gun and a holster where it's comfortable. And because if it's not comfortable, you won't carry it. It's that simple. You think you will, but you won't. But when you get a gun that's comfortable, when you get a holster that's comfortable, whether it's inside the waistband, outside the waistband, whatever you're comfortable with, just make sure you have it ready, make sure you have it accessible, and make sure you have it with you at all times, because it very well may be the thing that protects you and your family. And also, not just having a permit, but you need to seek training. If you don't have any kind of training, seek training. Go out and get trained. There's all kinds of NRA's got programs. There's all kinds of programs you can get to help you to protect your family and friends. And you want to be comfortable with it, because again, who would have thought on vacation? Who would have thought at Cracker Barrel? But we never know the day. We never know the hour. So I just want you and your family to be aware and be prepared, and don't wait till it's too late to be prepared. May God bless you. The Kentucky Patriot here, wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas and a safe Christmas and a happy holiday, and wish you the best for the new year and a safe new year. And remember, may God bless you, and keep one with you at all times. Constant carry is the key.